Hello, hello. Mic check looks good. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hope you guys had a good week and are ready for the weekend. Hello, Brasov and Verth. Welcome, welcome. How have your games been this week? Hopefully they've been decent. Have you played games this week? Hopefully you have been playing games. More losses than wins. It happens. Technically you're supposed to lose more than winning if you want to improve. So you want like 40 to 50% win rate. If you have like 60% plus, then that means you need to rank up and play stronger opponents. It just means you're at the level that you want to be at to improve. But yeah, losing's not as fun as winning. Do you have a game we can look at? We can analyze? Let's see how your game's going. Okie dokie. Yeah, don't die is definitely the first thing to look for. If you died, you're probably not quite doing it right. But if you don't know why you died, that could be good. Like, why did this group die? Did I not make a base? Did I ignore it too much? Etc., etc. Hello, Luke. Still losing most of your live games. If you have one we can look at, we can also look at yours next. You'll get there. Just take some time. Take some time and practice. Are you guys doing your Go problems every day? Yeah, if you're playing while distracted, that's not gonna help you do well in the game. Probably shouldn't play while you're distracted. You can do puzzles while you're distracted, but I wouldn't play a game while you're doing something else. My teacher, like way back when, my teacher got on to me for listening to music while I played. And she's like, how could you fully focus on the game if you're listening to music? And yada, yada, yada. Yeah, she's like, fully focus on the game, no distractions. Got in trouble for listening to music, much less cooking dinner. What do you mean by second dinner? Did they have dinner twice? Did they eat 4 times a day? Okay. Hello, Soma. 1.5. Close game.
Review started.
Okay. Are you black, I'm assuming? We also have verse. Gotcha. Yeah. Good times, good times. Now I'm like, I like being a kid where you just be like, I'm hungry, and you get food. As an adult, you're like, I'm hungry. Checks my budget. I guess I'll just have a Lunchable. I guess I'm not that hungry. When I look at my bank account, I'm like, I'm not sure how hungry I actually am. Here, I would actually fix my cut so I can go down here first. So this is actually a pretty interesting shape that you'll hear a lot of controversy on. Whenever you play the Hane or the bend shape right here, where you go around the stone, it's very important to remember that you have a cutting point. Now, the reason this cutting point doesn't work is because they'll get trapped in the corner, right? So they have to expand their ice boost in the corner. Now, this move is a good move in this particular sequence, but typically in middle game, you want to fix your cutting point, right? So typically in middle game, you want to fix your cutting point. This also gives you the initiative or Sente, so you can go somewhere else first. So that would be a nice way to play right here. Because if you do this, they actually get to play elsewhere first. Now, locally, this is still good because you're actually coming under their star point stone. So it has a very nice, it has a bad relationship for white. So you're kind of breaking white's shape by doing it. But typically in the middle game, when you play a Hane, there is two responses. There is the connect, which I recommend you do. Or there's the double Hane, which I recommend waiting until single digit Q before you start worrying about the double Hane. So fixing your cutting point is the basic idea. This one is more specialty rather than a basic idea. This is more of a specialty move. The basic idea would just be to fix and play elsewhere. So in this case, I would definitely want to fix so that way I can go punish in the bottom left. Because they ignored the bottom left sooner than they were supposed to. Okay, not a huge deal. Don't leave cutting points laying around. You're leaving cutting points in this position. I think this would be the strongest way to play. Because this makes this a ladder that goes to white. You could still just connect like that. This would be aggressive, but you have to be able to read all this. If you can read all this, then you can kill the corner. But it requires a lot of reading. This move is a little odd. I think you're building up this chunk right here. So typically we could do that with one space jumps. Another option is to shoulder hit, which is to play the diagonal of their stone. It's a shoulder hit where the center is high and the edge is low, or the ground. The center is the sky, the edge is the ground. So you're playing on the higher side or the higher corner of their stone compared to this, which is closer to the edge. This is an armpit hit, or I call it the armpit hit because it stinks. It's not good shape. Playing on the shoulder is good to develop the center. So if that's what you're after, you can play a shoulder hit. I think you're not punishing your opponent for ignoring, though. That could be a part of what you need to do. Okay, this is fine. I think you've got a very nice position right here. You do still have cutting points, though. That is the issue. Good, picks your cut. Yeah, they kind of punished you a little bit here. And you can't even cut because when they do this, it's very uncomfortable for you. Is the upper right corner dead after K12? I'm assuming right now the answer is no. But if they get this block and they ignore, they go here, I want to say it's still no. But it's definitely uncomfortable for you. Yeah. I think just mutual life. I don't think it dies. It's not supposed to die. Now, with that being said, there is a way to make this shape a ko, where you play the double Hane and you make a ko. Like, there is a way to make it a ko. But I don't think it should die. Rather... Yeah, I think just bully it is fine. You could have punished the corners because your opponent left them too soon. Your opponent needs better life. So your opponent... typically, the safest way to play would be to push 3 and then play elsewhere. But pushing 1 and then playing elsewhere allows you to get this block, which almost kills the corner. I think it does kill the corner, actually. All right, so the fact that you can bully the corner because they left too soon is the issue. If... Get this. You're saying if white loses the ko, is it even alive? Yeah. Or unless you're referring to this. Yeah. This is alive. It's not super great, but this is definitely alive. 100% alive, but white should fight the ko right here. Obviously, I was showing what the life and death would look like, but white should fight the ko right here. This is where the ko is supposed to happen. I was kind of just showing like what the eye space looks like if white loses the ko. So white needs to fight this ko. Now, this is too complex for 25Q. Don't worry about it. You just connect your cutting point. Who cares if they live, right? Your job is to not die at 25Q. But for the people in chat that are on about this life and death, it's not good because what you want to do as black is lose this ko to get 2 moves in a row. Actually, it might be good if you kill the other corner. The idea is you get 2 moves in a row and let their corner live. But maybe that's good. Maybe that actually is good because I'll just kill this corner. But I don't think you need to do that. I think you can literally kill the corner without it. I don't think you need a ko. Why let them break into your area? Right? Why let them break in? Yeah, there's no reason to lose the top side. Anywho, I think your center position is fine. You just missed 2 cutting points and you're not sealing them into the corner. A good rule of thumb is don't leave them alone until you know it's alive. So for example, if I play right here, is white alive? If you don't know the answer, you should keep playing. You should say, hey, show me that you're alive. You show me how to live because I don't believe you. You should always doubt them. Yeah, exactly. Fixing the cuts and bully the corners. As you get practice, like let's say they ignore you again, and you go for the kill, then if they live, now you have learned that your move didn't kill them, so you'll know not to play it. But if they don't live, then you'll know, hey, they should have responded, and now I get to kill them. What you don't want to do is give them 3 Tanukis in a row. Tanuki means play elsewhere. You don't want to give them 1, 2, 3. Don't give them 3 Tanukis. Don't give them 3 play elsewhere, because that's bigger than the corner, right? Instead, they ignore, you say, hey, show me that you're alive, because prove to me, I don't believe you. And until you know that it's alive, make them prove it. If they ignore again, yeah, they've already ignored once, right? If they ignore and then they ignore again, then you kill it and respond. Like you don't want to go even further. So if they get 3, then you need to respond. You don't want to keep playing. If you keep playing, it's going to be bad. But you say, hey, you ignored your corner. Show me that you're alive. And if they don't, kill it with something. If they respond, cool. maybe they live, maybe they don't, whatever. You play it out, and you still keep the initiative. And you can go deal with whatever they did next. So you can go play this next. But you got the free moves for it. Even if they live, getting these free moves is valuable. Right? So basically, it's free to bully the corners, and you do so until you know that it's alive. Once you know that it's alive, then you need to play elsewhere. If you think the life and death is too hard, that's where you do puzzles. The stronger you get at life and death puzzles, the sooner you can leave first. The sooner you can leave, the less moves you need to prove the life and death problem. But you're not supposed to leave a life and death problem until you know if it's alive or dead. Oh, cutting points. Oh, this is something you should know. This is your 9x9 basics. Second line cutting points. Here, here, here. This one you need to know at this level. This is one of your fundamentals. Don't worry about killing the corner. If they die, cool. If they don't, who cares? The point is to get free moves. Now, at the start, when they Tanuki tier, I'm not telling you to do this because defense first. Make sure you're alive. Once you're alive, you don't have cutting points and you're good, then go bully them. But don't like attack them and then get attacked back. That kind of like cancels it out, if that makes sense. So yeah, defense first. Yeah, we do in-game reviews. We do in-game reviews. Feel free to ask questions, even if they're not about this game. Like if you have general strategy questions or anything like that. But the point is, we're just doing teaching stuff. Here you left a cutting point, so you want to respond first. You played here, which is a Hane. Hanes have cutting points. Right now, you don't have a cutting point. Now you do. So it's a little bit bad style to go play something, get a cutting point, and leave. That's not good. Okay, locally this is good, though. I really would like to see you fixing your cutting points at this level. Looks like your opponent fixed it for you. This corner is dead if you play like this. But this is corner life and death problems. If you don't know it, you don't know it. If you want to get better at it, corner life and death problems. Let me actually link that. Corner life and death. 25Q, maybe level 1. Auto's guarded by the J6 stone. Okay, when you went here, let's assume there's nothing here. Locally, this is a ladder. Locally, it is a ladder. So that means you did ignore a cutting stone. Or a cutting point. I think you read this and thought it was okay. But the ladder can go to the edge. This is a little bit of a chicken move. This is the link to the life. I don't know if it'll go to YouTube or not. But it's SemegoDragon.com, and you just click the corner life and death right here. View that up. This one you can cut. The reason is this is a ladder. Because you can ladder the cutting stone, you can cut them. Okay? If you cannot ladder the cutting stone, you have to connect. So the difference is there a ladder? Yes or no? That's what you got to check. Is there a ladder? Because there's a ladder, you could have done killed that stone. So you have many chances to win. Oh, there's the double Hane. Sente or initiative is fine, but you have to respect that you don't have urgent is bigger than initiative. Urgent is bigger than Sente, right? So there's urgent and there's big. You want to get to the big stuff, but you cannot ignore the urgent stuff, right? So you can always ignore. You'll just die for it, right? So you have to find a balance of at what value is what value is this so I can ignore, right? And then that's the value of Sente, or the weight of Sente, which is mathematically really hard to comprehend. So we have theories for it, and the theory is don't ignore cutting points at this level. But the more advanced answer is if you can get value somewhere else that is greater than the value you lose when they play first, then yeah, you can go somewhere else. That is too difficult to do at this level. So we need to follow our rules of thumb. Cutting points are urgent. And defense first. Oh no, you tilted. That's unfortunate. Here, you left a second line cut. That is this is because you played a Hane and then you Hane again. Be wary of the double Hane. Connect. I want you to connect your Hanes. I'm not sure what you're after here. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't help. Whoa! Hold the phone. Your opponent has to play here. This is how you kill the two stones, right? And then you can go kill the corner. If they go right here, you Atari them. If they connect, you capture. So they made a mistake. You missed the chance. This is not a second line cut because the A stone is not an Atari. It's not a second line cut if the A stone's not an Atari. So you just die. Looks like you found it. Good. Nice. When you have something like this where it's just a block, you're just blocking this, that is a 1 point in-game move. You want to play these threats first because they're Sente. You want to threaten the second line cut, so they fix. You want to threaten the second line cut, so they fix. Do these first before the blocking moves. That is more valuable. Is this a ladder? Yes or no? Let's check. They go here. Boom, 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 boom. That is a ladder, therefore it is not a cutting point. Okay, so you need to master nets and ladders so you don't have to respawn. So you lose a point or lose initiative because you didn't know that there was a ladder. So if you master ladders, you get more moves. Okay, good. You're trying the life and death, which is good. Close. It's this one, and this is a Self-Atari. This is a corner 6 or a 6-space I. So in this one, there is the 6-point I. Okay, that's so corner life and death and 6-point I, both in this corner. What is the corner life and death here? Yeah. Corner life and death. And it teaches you a lot of tricks about the corner. Anyway, that's that. And then the 6-point I. What level does this start at? Level 2? Yeah, so if you go here, they're going to kill you, so you have to do the 1-2 point. And on the side, this is outside of the corner. Wait. I played this. No, I didn't. On the side is alive. And in the corner, it's not. Now, on the side, it's alive. On the corner, it's not. Anyway, you can play around with that and learn more about that. So in this case, this is a Self-Atari. However, they have one unfortunate move, which is here. So if you go to take the eye, they connect. So you have to block them, and then they get to play first. So unfortunately, they are alive. But I like that you're trying it. Okay, you're checking the cuts. Good. Don't cut the second line if they're not in Atari. So this is, you did it twice here. So you've done it here and here. If it's not an Atari, it's not a second line cut. You have to put it here first.
Ruglaborda just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Ruglaborda. Ruglabodor. I'm sorry, I can't say it. Thank you for the follow, Rug. Yeah, so it has to put them into Atari for it to work. Don't run away with this. You need to learn this as soon as possible. This just dies. There's no saving it, so just leave it alone. Don't add the dead stuff. Okay. I think that's probably enough information for one game. I think yeah, I think we got through we got enough material. Oh, you missed another second line cut. These second line cuts are killing you. Or you're missing chances with these second line cuts. So definitely keep playing more small boards. I don't think you're ready for the 19x19 yet because you're still missing second line cuts. You need to understand at least the basics of the Hane 3-3 Joseki. Hello, Fritchful. So I think still a few more, you still have some few more things to learn on the 13x13. But you definitely want to master these second line cuts. This is definitely something you got to master. Because you are missing them, unfortunately. Oh, you did find it. Okay, you did find it. Nope, it's here. Yeah, so keep playing. Make sure you're doing puzzles every day. For every game, try to do 5 to 10 puzzles. And you should be playing games every day, multiple times a day if possible. And then do puzzles every day. Every single day we play games, do puzzles. How many games do you play a day? Not any. Hold on, we got one live game on the 5th? 3-5? Do you play unranked, I guess? Do you not play on this account? Do you only play correspondence? Correspondence is fine for fun, but it won't help you improve very much. Gotcha. Well, if you want to improve... Oh, hey, you did the Western Server Challenge. Awesome. If you want to improve, then you got to play more live games. Oh. Oh. You're right. Okay, thank you for pointing that out, Fritchful. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. This is what I want. You are playing live. That's good. Looks like you are playing every day, almost. Okay, this looks a lot better. I thought it looked like this. This looks a lot better. You're fine. You're fine. You're doing fine. Yeah. Correspondence is fine for adults who don't have a lot of time, but it won't help you improve nearly as much as live games, unfortunately. Yeah. Playing live is how you improve. But I'm not telling you to stop playing correspondence. Playing correspondence is fine. But if you want to improve, you need to play live games. Ideally every day, even if it's just a couple a day. Don't spend hours researching a position. It's fun, but it's a waste of time. That's not going to help you improve. You got to learn how to make decisions under pressure. You have a limited amount of time. You have a limited amount of information. Yeah, you still got to make a choice. It's kind of like real life. You have to make a choice every day. And you just make the best ones you can. You'll never have the perfect amount of information. Anywho. All right, Verst, are you still here?
Review started.
You're up next. I think, yeah, as long as you get some practice every day, I think it's fine. Just keep in mind, you get what you put in. This is, I don't like this as white because it's too many stones on one side of the board. Go somewhere else first. Oh, and then maybe you can come back later. But don't put all your stones on one side of the board at the opening. Typically, it's bad style. What the heck is this? This is weird. This is weird. Yeah, this is good for you. Are they alive? I don't know if they're alive. Are they just dead? I think they're dead. Oh, they can squeeze you. It's still dead. You're up by 5 already. And that's assuming they know how to squeeze this position. Right? That's assuming they know how to squeeze it. They don't know how to squeeze it. Yeah, you just killed the corner. Okay. Is there another move that can make 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26 points? Can you make 26 points on this board? If you can find a 26-point move, then yes. But if not, then just go kill it. So, because you got to realize, if they play here, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Okay, so you do get another move to cancel out the 7 points. That's fine. But if you had played there first, you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. So like a 27-point move, 26, 27 points, because you prevent their points and you get it. And then you just go deal with whatever. You get 26 points, they get 5 points. Right? Maybe 10 at the most. Yeah. Just kill it. Just kill it. I kind of want this because this is looking quite nice. You'd also go here. I don't really like the clamp, but P18 is not good. Yeah, I don't think it's the best either. I think it's supposed to be like this, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be like this normally. But it looks like getting the tiger's mouth is worth it, though. Yeah, locally, the tiger's mouth is very valuable. Yeah, typically this is the response, but I don't like the the open skirt here. So I'm trying to look at the global combination as well as the local stuff. One thing I'm noticing, every corner looks normal, but none of the corners are working together. The bottom side kind of is. This and this are working together, right? Like that one's fine, I guess. But this and this has an open skirt. This and this has a cutting point. So I feel like you're opening, you know your Josekis, but you don't really have a global combination. Maybe you can think about that a little bit more. No, you owe a move. You owe a move. If I'm going to play on the right, I'm playing this. This tiger's mouth is huge. Because it makes you alive. You're super alive, super strong. Lots of liberties, no cutting points on this part. But if you do this, I can just come under you. Yeah, and now I just reduce, I don't know, just something in the center, and where's your value? This is not good at all. I don't really think this does anything. Yeah, I don't really think it does anything, honestly. What does ASA? Yeah, here, here, and it still wants this. The AI wants to squeeze this corner. This all feels really small. Okay, you're capturing in a net, but notice how you got 2 points, maybe some influence, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 maybe, and they got 10, 12, 14, 16 points, maybe 17, 18, 19. Anywhere from 16 to 20 points. Cut. No, gotta cut. Gotta cut. Cut it from that second line stone. Cut. Cap is the local surround shape. Good. Bamboo joint. Your shapes are looking good. This one's a little odd. I want this move. I think you're underestimating how valuable an open skirt is. Do you know what I mean by open skirt? Open skirt is second line is looking under your territory. Looking under your skirt. The Blackstone can peep under your skirt, so it's open skirt. This is too direct. Surround the whole group. This is too direct. Yeah, too passive. Maybe here or here or here. Yeah, the attack here is too passive. You should be able to at least get this. This cutting point is annoying. I just realized. This cut locally. There's not a good response to it. Black can't do it yet, but your shape is not good. How do I see M12? Oh, because it's the tiger's mouth. Diagonal, the vital point of diagonals is the tiger's mouths, like here and here. If you have a diagonal, look for the tiger's mouths. Those are common starting points. So this is a capping move. Hopefully you know what a capping move is. Yeah, anti-shape. That's a good way to put it. So where they want to move, so they want a 1-point jump, right? Where they might want a tiger's mouth here or here. These are the 3 points that they're probably going to want. Those are the points you should attack from. Capping move is very normal. Taking the tigers is very normal and aggressive as well. But you're taking away their shape while also surrounding them. So that's why I think maybe here is good. Then cap. I'm doing a capping move. Capping move. And then capping move. And notice how I'm just getting this entire position. This is if my opponent plays too passive, I'm going to use all these shape moves and just win the game. I'm going to run away with the lead. So obviously my opponent's going to have to counterattack at some point. But I'm just using basic shapes here to attack, and it shows the point that I'm going to get a massive amount if they don't find some way to counterattack. Just by playing basic shapes. Build it up. Make it bigger. You want to attack something here. Here? What does this move do? I don't know what this move does. It looks like your move is better. I wonder why. I wonder if it has to do with this corner being dead. That might be it, because that way you can't be. If you go up, they still have all these peeps and stuff. That's probably why. Because the corner being dead, you don't get squeezed as much if you have another stone. I don't know. It's complicated. Okay, I like it. Actually, I don't like it. You have to go here because you have to surround them. If there's weakness, you can defend yourself in Sente, but there's not a lot of weakness for white. I really want this move. That way this stone is like dead. Because right now there's a lot of annoying Aji. I was afraid that they would cut and then your group at Q10 would be weak. Here? That's fair, but you're assuming that this can attack something. Put yourself in black shoes. Do you really feel comfortable as black? Do you think that you have time to attack a white group? Like, you have a cutting point and everything. I can't even go here because if I try to take the eyes, you just cut. Yeah, so if you hate being black, then they don't have time to cut you. Yeah, black just doesn't have time to cut. But yeah, it makes sense. When you're the attacker, though, you really need to keep them surrounded. You can't let them break out if you can help it. If you have to, you have to, but do everything you can within reason to keep them surrounded and trapped when you're the attacker. Because now you're becoming weaker. No. Absolutely go here. Absolutely go here. They still connect it this way. Or they get this peep, I guess. Yeah, there's no reason to do that. Just cut it. They're alive. They should be anyway. So now we have a weak group. Let's do what Chilisi said and attack from the weak group to gain strength and Sente. And now we're going to gain shape and Sente. Don't push diagonals. That's a bad habit. Pushing diagonals make them stronger. This is possible. That's not possible. You have to connect. You are not reading the cutting points accurately. Yeah, you do not read the cutting points accurately here. And this is kind of a big deal because you're 5Q. 5Q, you got to know this shape. Third line cutting points is a single digit Q. I'm surprised that your opponent didn't see it. I think it's 5Q. I think a 5Q should be able to see it, but both of you are missing it, so what do I know? I'm not 5Q, but it looks like you should see it. I don't know. I can't. I don't know what you don't see, but to me it looks like obvious. Here, the response to the elephant. Everyone, class, say it with me, is a knight's move. The response to the elephant is a knight's move. This is the worst way to play the elephant because now everything's getting cut. Yeah, this is what not to do with the elephant eye. You got emotionally bad. I'll show you something that might make you matter. What if you go here? They go here, you go here. If they do that, then you cut. This might still be a thing. I'm not sure. I would have to read it. But if they block, you can go here. And then I think you have to go here. But now, where do they go? I don't know. I would have to read it. I would spend a lot of time reading this move. I would probably spend several minutes reading this move. You could also just go here. Because Knight's moves are supposed to be the shape, right? I'm really concerned about this cut, though. This cut is driving me nuts. That's why I just want to play here and be happy. Just fix the cutting point and you're happy. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to screw it up. A lot of ways to screw it up. That's why just play here and you can get Dawn level. This move gets you to Dawn level. This move gets you to mid to high Dawn, maybe mid Dawn level. But this one is not good. Oh, you're gonna sacrifice it? But those are cutting stones. You can't sacrifice cutting stones. But I don't think you have a choice. Yeah, you took too long to defend this. Now you have to lose the cutting stones. Ah, that makes me so sad. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, man, you lost every cut. Because you can't even connect this now because you die here. Now everything's connected. Oh no, no, we can't do that. That's not playable. We cannot do that. Cutting stones are incredibly valuable. We cannot just lose all the cutting stones. Like, it's a disaster if we lose all of our cutting stones. I don't know how to recover this position. This would be a nightmare to fix. Just kill the corner. That way you're not behind in points. Just kill the corner. Your middle's kind of destroyed now, though. What? Oh, ladder. Makes sense. Makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. This is not a cutting stone. Don't invest. Okay, so you saw that the corner can die. At what point do you think that you should do this? Because if you're never going to do it, yeah, if it's not a cutting stone, it's not worth it. This is not Sente. This is a slow move. If you're wanting a base, maybe you're after this move. I don't know. If that's what you're after, maybe. This feels very annoying. I don't know. I'd have to count. There you go. Finally got to it. That's cute. That's adorable. They thought that was alive because of the A2 move. Oh man, I've done that before. I thought A2 would live in certain situations and it doesn't always. I have literally done that sort of idea. I've made that mistake before. Yeah, I have done that before. This is cuttable question mark? No, it's not. It's not cuttable. Do you need to? This is still here. This is like, you can read this Life and Death, but we can't read a third line cut. There's so many problems in this game. No, you have to go once. You have to go once. You have to go once. Oh, crap. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oops. That's not big. Don't die. If they kill 2 stones, who cares? It's not cutting stones. Don't worry about it. They're not cutting stones. Don't worry about it. No, don't kill the Aji. Just go. Just keep going. Oh, crap. I don't know how to get out of this. You are screwed. I don't see a way out. To J9, what did they cut? What? Here? The double Atari.
Jarson Mar just followed.
Thank you for the follow, Jarson Mar. Welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, just let me know. You have 2 liberties. I was really concerned that I did a self Atari again because I do that on stream all the time. But I don't think it's a self Atari. I don't think it's a self Atari. Yeah, you can still push. I really want to say these are cutting stones, but I think you might die. Dang, I can't save these. I can't save them. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I just don't know how to save them. I think you gotta go here. You go here, I can push right here first because your right side is not alive. Black doesn't see this move. Yeah, both players are missing cutting points. Okay, that's a fancier way of doing it, sure, but sure. I mean, it's either way. You cut off white. I have no idea what this move does. I don't see a way out of this. Yeah, you're just dead. I don't see a way out of this. Yeah. What did we learn about the elephant? What did we learn about the elephant? The elephant, knight's moves are cuttable. The elephant, the response to an elephant is a knight's move. Sorry. The response to an elephant is a knight's move. Yeah, I think your attacking needs work. You're missing cutting points. You're undervaluing them. Right here, right here. You're undervaluing them. You undervalue the life and death. So your attack and defense, I think, is lacking a bit. And it all has to do with these cutting stones. Like, everything fell apart because you didn't fix your cut. But if you fix your cut, notice how these are floating and everything else is fine. It's a huge difference. Yeah, just valuing the cutting stones more would immediately improve your game. Yeah, immediately would improve your game if you value these cutting stones more. And then don't value stones that are not cutting stones. That's probably my quick tips. So hopefully you found this review helpful. Alrighty.
Review started.
I'm assuming it's black. Am I reviewing for black? And quick shout out to the Go Congress, the sponsor of today's stream. Thank you for the tip.
Cheers.
It is appreciated. Where's the video? Yeah. So, for those who don't know, Go Congress is the largest event in Europe and in North America. They each have their own Congress. It is a gathering of hundreds of Go players. You play a tournament match every morning, and in the evening there's pro reviews, pro lectures. You can play simuls with pros. There's mini games you can do. There's a week-long tournaments like old versus young, kid versus adult, stuff like that. So it's a huge event, very fun, very exciting to check out. They have been updating the pro list. So who's coming? Okay, it's loading. Where's the pro list? Many professionals. There we go. Yeah. Chunhyun. This guy, Chun, very popular Chinese player. Donghun Lee. This is the one that moved to Canada recently. He is incredibly strong. Defeated Park Jong-won once. Yeah, he beat Park Jong-won. Even doing that once, okay? Doing that once. Park Jong-won's the strongest player in the world. Like, Park Jong-won is better than AI sometimes. Doing that even once is crazy. He's really strong. He just moved to Canada, so he'll be attending the Go Congress. Yin Young Kim is a friend of mine, actually. She's also incredibly strong. She's one of the top. She was one of the top 10 females at some point. Yeah, she's really, really strong. Mingju is a fantastic teacher. If you get to go to his lectures, if you go to Congress and go to his lectures, he's quite funny to watch. He does a lot of like sound effects. Oh, are you sure? Stuff like that. He's quite funny to watch review games. Yunlin Yang is very strong, very shape-oriented. So if you like basic shapes, he's good. Hai Li is another professional that I know is a good player, but I haven't had my games reviewed by him specifically. Alex, I think I was at the tournament where Alex became a pro. Ryan is done really well for himself, considering he was made a pro in the West, where a lot of these pros were made in the East and Asia. Ryan was actually one of the pros from the Western side that actually competed with some of the pros in the East. So that was cool. Alex is basically a baby AI. He's really AI-oriented stuff, but not quite top of the world, but still really strong. Michael Chen, he's also a streamer. Stephanie Yin, that's a really pretty picture of her. Insong is a popular Go teacher. He has the Younguseng Dojong. Yeah, all these pros will be at Go Congress, so hopefully you will attend. And with that, let's go ahead and watch one video before we get back to the game review, because I am able to do these reviews for you guys thanks to the sponsorship that they are providing. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this.
This is the U.S. Go Congress, the largest and most comprehensive Go event in North America. Every year, nearly 500 amateur players of all skill levels gather to compete in the thrilling U.S. Open tournament. At the same time, The
Yeah, Insong's
prestigious
a great
Masters
teacher.
tournament
I really
hosts
like his
dozens of
how to
professionals
study
and top
lecture, or
amateur
what you need to
players
improve lecture
from
with the
around
graph
the
chart.
globe.
It's one of my favorite
There's
lectures.
something for players of all levels. With 9x9 and 13x13 small board challenges, blitz and rapid games, seniors and women's tournaments, even the madness of Crazy Go. Prizes and recognition await the winners at the closing awards dinner. But the true highlight is the welcoming and vibrant community. Reconnect with old Go friends and make new ones from across the world. Attend inspiring lectures by seasoned professionals, teachers, and streamers. Test your skills against your favorite pros in simultaneous exhibition games. Each year, the Congress takes place in a different U.S. city. This year, the 41st annual event is heading to Austin, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S., celebrated for its unique food scene and legendary live music. In your free time, explore the surrounding area's many attractions for some unforgettable sightseeing memories. It's all happening July 12th through the 20th here in Texas. Get ready. This one is going to be big.
Austin Go Club. Yeah, if you can attend, hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, jumping into this game. Yeah, that just reverts. I'm like, I've seen this shape before. It just reverts to another Joseki. Makes sense, makes sense. Hey, you know your Josekis. I don't think your opponent does. I think you want this move, right? No. Why? It loses half a point, but why? How does this lose half? Oh, you don't have to. Oh. Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I doubted you. How dare I doubt you? You know your Joseki's pretty well. Now it should be here first, right? Now it should be there first. Ah, I called it. Yeah, it is a big move. It is a big move. I don't think that one's Sentai. I didn't consider the shoulder hip. I was actually looking at connect here, then maybe a capping move. Get this ROM. Get the whole board picture going. I didn't consider the shoulder hit. Actually, your 1Q, this is a bad move for 1Q. I do it for Q players typically. It's a nice move for Q players. But if you're 1Q, then probably it's bad now. It makes more sense that you know these Josekis because you're 1Q. I'm not used to reviewing games where they actually know the Josekis. I don't think it's here, right? Yeah. Typically it's not here, it's usually here. This stupid thing's so complicated to remember. Yeah, the problem is what I don't like about this is that white is breaking into your right side. That's one thing I don't like about it. But I want to say it's fine. See, this is white plus half a point. Right now it's white plus 0.1. So where did I lose half a point? Here. AI is hard. Yeah. I get you. I get you. Do nothing. Maybe just do nothing. I want to say this is technically not a good move because of the shape is slightly inefficient. So technically speaking, this should never be the move in theory, but sometimes it is. See 0.3. Oh, just play an extension. Why do I never think about this anymore? For some reason, I just always rule this out post AI. Negative 0.5, so it's worse than this one. I like this extension. I think this is nice and simple. I think this is nice and simple. If you have to head out, then I'll just go ahead and move on to the next one since this isn't a lesson. So just next time you're able to join, then we can do another one. I liked your opening so far. So far, no mistakes. Right, so far is no mistakes, just like your and I's different opinions. But yeah, so far no mistakes. Really well done opening. All right, see you next time. Okay, for this one, who am I reviewing for? Black or white? OGS broke. There we go. I'm reviewing for black or white. You are white. Okay. Technically the top is flat right now because they're both on the third line. So you probably want to just play like this. Pincering on the top side when the top is flat is not ideal, I believe. Yeah. It's not a huge deal though. I don't know what the 12 key move is. Just get it here. Just surround the stone. This is the 12 key move. It's like super simple and basic. It's not complex. I'm over here trying to read all this crap, blah, blah, blah. So I can get this or what. I'm reading way too much, okay? Just play here. Just surround the stone. It's fine. Because you have to think about what did they come out right here. This is a lot to consider. It is here. Here, they connect, you make your base, they make their base. I have a video. megadragon.com/video. Seki. Yeah, this Joseki gets people in trouble. All right, 9Q versus 6. Yeah, believe it's this video. Oh, no, it's this one. It's this one. It's this one. I'm sorry. I sent you the wrong one. It's this one. This one is the video I was thinking of. Yeah, 3-minute video, less than 3-minute video. Basically how to play this corner simply. Probably want to connect so you can connect under. But I think already you're in a little bit of an awkward position. It's not the end of the world. Could be worse. Yeah, it's like a 1-point mistake to play this way. So it's not the end of the world. It's not really that big of a deal, but it does defy a few of our basics. One-point jump, a 1-point jump. We want a wedge. One of our basic shapes. Whoever wedges first gives the other person cutting points. Okay. Okay. Very pointy game. No, you have to block that. This is urgent. Urgent, urgent, urgent. I'm going to cut you 100% of the time. And this is a broken shape for white. You missed an Atari. Not sure why. Not sure why you did all that. Yeah, you're kind of getting cut everywhere right now. I'm not sure why you're doing all of this. This feels very unnecessarily fancy. Yeah, don't lose that stone. Because even here, you're going in, and you still have a cutting point. So you still have another move to fix. So this shape is not good. Also, I think you went in... Well, no, you didn't. I was going to say you went in too deep, but you have this Atari, and then Tiger's Mouth. Like that. So I think it's okay. Maybe it's okay. But this cut right here is very painful. If I go right here, are you dead? Close. It's close to dead. Okay. I want to say you're alive. You need one more move to defend your weak group. Also, you need to play here to not get cut. So definitely it's going to be cutting points, but it's always cutting points for Q players. It's almost always cutting points. Shape-wise, specifically, I want you to remember the 1-space jump to 1-space jump that you need to wedge and save the stone. So that way your opponent has the cutting points, not you. So that is one of your shapes to remember. Surround stones that can cut you off is very helpful. This one you just need to remember as well. You just have to block this in this variation. You cannot let your opponent just walk right through you. This is a very bad shape. It's sort of your opponent just walking through your triangles. Just like it's touching, so you're losing liberties, you're getting cut, your opponent's solid and connected with no cutting points. So it's super bad shape. So you want to avoid that if you can. Just go here. Typically, you don't want to go from a 2-space into another 2-space because that can lead to cross-cut scenarios, which can cut you off and kill you. So this is kind of setting up a potential for a mistake. Like, potentially you can die. Not 100% it, right? Not 100%, but if you want to be safe, then just do this. It accomplishes the same thing, and it doesn't have the cross-cut. So it's just stronger. So 2-space into a 1-space. Don't 2-space into a 2-space. Okay, very good. Stay connected. I want to say you're almost an endgame. Yeah, you're almost an endgame. This doesn't do anything. It doesn't threaten to cut black, so it's small. Notice how black literally just made the same shape that I was saying. It's not quite the exact same, but it's basically the same. Where they're just cutting straight through your stones. White is cutting straight through the black stones. And black did it to themselves because they just want to defeat for no reason. So they put themselves in a bad shape. No need. Block this and start endgame. None of this is important. Touch Nobi. Touch Nobi, touch Nobi, touch Nobi. I can cross-cut this, which is quite complicated. Connect your Hanes. You're losing your position. Maybe threaten the corner and then threaten the side. Yeah, that's probably the idea. Threaten the corner and then come back and cut. The reason the A stones are fine is because the cut at B doesn't kill them. So since they cannot be captured in a ladder or a net, they're able to be ignored once. So you can play a little bit more powerfully here. This is better for the end game. This gives you the monkey jump. Okay, so if we're an end game, we want second and first line moves. Second and first line moves. This is the end game stuff. Second and first line moves. Then we can start looking at the center. So your end game, it's very important to get that first and second line stuff first. It's very, very important. It's probably like 20 points difference. Maybe more. Oh. Oh, it's so close to Tsuji. It's so close to a Tsuji, but not quite. You need this move. And then if they block like this, here, 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 here. It's 3-2. It's still not a Tsuji. It's so close. I feel like there should be something there, but there's not. Yeah, there's nothing locally there, just some end game. So close. Feels like there should be something there, but there's not. Just some end game. This is important because it gives you this wedge. Because now it's a Salvatore. So it's good for endgame. This feels important for life. Like, not being dead is important. Yeah, it's not 100% comfortable. You can honey. Yeah, not super comfortable. I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Your opponent didn't see it though. Just go right here. You're just dead. Because this is a self-Atari. This is actually very similar shape to the J groups. But it is like 5Q plus. The J groups are 5Q plus. So maybe this move is not 12Q. This connect right here. Probably not 12Q. But it does exist. I don't know what level it is. It's probably single digit Q. Okay, you saw it though. That's good. At least you saw it. That is not connected. This is connected. Double Atari. This is not connected. Very important difference. Knowing you're connected versus not connected. One line difference makes all the difference in the world. It is very important that your move connects. Okay, so you got a little bit lucky here, I think. There's a very large difference. This is big. I think you can improve your endgame by quite a bit. This is cuttable. Because this is a self-Atari. This is still cuttable. This is still cuttable. Because I can Atari you and then Atari you. This is going to be squeeze go problems. Where's my squeeze? Squeeze tactic. Could also be cut tactics. Disconnect. To level 3. Yeah, this is the squeeze idea. Yeah, so these are the squeeze problems. And then level 3. This is the cut problems, which is similar, but also has a slightly different variety. Yeah, here's some cut problems as well. Yeah, I think those two would help out your endgame quite a bit. Yeah, this is dead in so many ways. So, first off, I can throw in to make it a shortage of liberties. But more simply, I can just Atari you. You connect, and I kill you. So it's you're too short on liberties. Yeah, you're going sniffing. It looks like you got something, so that's nice. I was trying to find something too, though. So I understand completely. This is bad endgame. Right now, just do nothing is the answer. Because if they go right here, you just block. But if you go right here, Atari, and then they jump back. So it's worse endgame. Ah, they found it. They found it. Yeah, I really think the squeeze problems will help your endgame quite a bit. You're losing a lot of points in the end. That and the middle game shape, I think. Yeah, what does the graph look like? Okay, so let's see. Endgame started roughly around this area. So you're down by 20. At one point, you get down by 45. Yeah, black cuts right here, you're down by 45. So you have a tendency to lose 25 or more points in the endgame. So imagine you could improve, you could just have a bonus 25 points. Your life would be a lot easier. So I think you can improve your endgame quite a bit. Yeah, that's because it's because of the shape difference. I think those squeeze problems will really help. I don't know if you're signed up with some Mega Dragon though. That's the thing. But you can do at least 5 a day. And I think it'll really help with this endgame stuff. Because right here, he pushed a cutting point and you didn't fix. And then he punished. And you lose like 10 points. Versus if you just fix, it's at 27. Not fixing, it's at 35. So it's kind of like you're leaving these chances for your opponents from your own shape. So your shape is the issue here. So I think squeeze and cuts can help your in-game improve probably like 20 points. In theory. In theory. But your middle game, I think just remember the 2-space shape. There's a lot more in the end game that you messed up than the middle game. As you can see, like your middle game, it was 5 points in Black's favor, so it's not even that big of a deal. But the moment like the end game started, you started being behind by quite a bit. All right, I'll leave it at that, and hopefully you found this review helpful.
Review started.
All right, Fridgeful, are you still here? Okay, you are. Cool. I just need to use the restroom real quick, and then I'll come back, and we'll look at your game. Okay. $13Q. Still about the same level. Go high. Because you already have a stone low. This is too flat. Cut. If your opponent's gonna let you cut, then cut. Your opponent is supposed to block you right here, and what? High Clausium, 15Q following Clausium approach. Okay, let me skip through this thought and I'll read what you just said. Watch the video that I linked earlier about this attachment. I'll go ahead and link it again, actually, just in case you lost the link, because that will explain what I like and dislike about this move at this level. Yeah, watch this video
today we're
about
going to be
this
talking
Joseki.
about this attachment Joseki.
Because you played this one, which leads to this result, which I don't like at double digit Q because you don't know how to use the influence yet. I would rather it be connect and then descend at 13Q. Okay, I'm 15Q following the Clausium approach. Awesome. Loving it. I'm confused about what to define as a framework, though. How close do the stones need to be to have a sector line between them, but not territory? Well, the question becomes, can you be invaded? So, for example, if I put a square right here, the question is, if I place a white stone in there, will it live? If white plays in here and black surrounds it, will it live? No, it'll die. Right? So that means this is territory. White cannot play inside of here and live. This, though, we look at this right here, white can play inside of here and live. However, there's black stones on both sides of it. So because white doesn't have a lot of friends around, we can say that this is black's area of control. Black is going to have the advantage in the fight because there's more black stones around than white stones. So white doesn't have a lot of friends, but black does have a lot of friends. So when black goes to attack this, black will have the advantage. That means in this area, I have a framework, or black has a framework, or an area that I will have the advantage in a fight in. So this is the area I want my opponent to go in so I can attack them, because if I start a fight here, I will have the advantage, right? So if white plays right here, white has support on the left, this is not black's framework then. But if black plays right here and then here, now if white plays on the inside, white does not have any support. There's black on both sides. So since there's black on both sides, we can say that this is black's framework. White can still live. You might still be able to live in here. It's just black's going to have the advantage in the fight. So that's why this is called a framework. Right here would be a framework. And right here would be territory. Territory is yours. If they invade, they will die. Framework is your control. If they invade, you will attack them for profit, but they won't necessarily die. That is the difference. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so this is a little bit passive by black. Okay, very nice big move. Just do one space. Don't do two space. Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. This leaves a weakness right here. Yeah, very annoying weakness. Very annoying weakness. So just do that. If they go right here, you just kick and then jump, and you're fine. You could also consider the pincer and then jump. Yeah, if they go right here, you just kick them. Just approach. There's no reason to pincer a group that has a base. White is alive. So you're just going to get pincered back, and then you're going to have just a weak group. So I would rather approach to start being able to make life. Do not keep cutting points. This is going to hold you back so much. Mega base. Mega base. Once you are strong here, once black is alive with something, this cutting point is going to be very nice for black. Because the A stone is very weak. It's very far away from the B stones because 7 won't die. Right? Look how many black stones are attacking that stone. You have forced your opponent to fix that issue. So this is a big thank you move. Your opponent says, thank you very much. I'm going to fix all of my problems. So peeps are usually very bad moves. This is another peep. You are forcing your opponent to secure their territory. I think just build your area or maybe play a jump. Build up this framework. Okay, so your opponent's going to let you cut, so just cut. This is not a cutting stone. The A stone does not cut anything off, so it's not valuable enough to save. So I want to go here and cut off the corner. Okay, very good. Shoulder push once and then cut because they played a Hane. They should have played a Nobi, touch Nobi, to connect their stuff. If they play a Hane like this, you are alive, probably. So just cut. You are now the attacker. Yeah, you didn't really gain any value from these two moves. Jump right here. It's a little bit higher up. This is not a ladder, right? Because there's a black stone. So is it a net? It is not a net. So I think it's a good cut. I think we're doing good. It looks like a valid cut. That can be cut. This might backfire. Jump here. Hello, Introvix. Welcome, welcome. This one is not cuttable. Is that so? Bamboo joint, very nice. 1-point jump, very nice. This is a knight's move. I'm really tempted to cut this off. I am very tempted to cut this off. Knight's moves are cuttable.
Peregril just subscribed for 27 months.
What? Even the old Egyptians knew that the cube is at the center of every good pyramid. My wife and I were talking about this the other day. Has nothing to do with what you said. We were like, how many sides does a pyramid have? And it has 4, right? Oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the base, right? So 5 faces. And I was trying to think of what would a 3D triangle look like? Or what would it be called? Like, it's not a pyramid. So what is a 3D triangle called? Because a pyramid has 4 faces. A 3-dimensional triangle would have 3. Right? I don't know. I confused myself. 3-faced 3D triangle. Tetrahedron. Triangular prism. Yeah, I don't know. We had a discussion about 3D shapes and triangles. Because Tetra's 4, right? Tetrahedron. That's a D4, dice 4, D4. And a cube is a D6. Square base pyramid is a D5. Triangular prism 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is also a D5. Yeah. So would a triangle converted to 3D be a square base pyramid or a tetrahedron? I think it's a tetrahedron, right? Would be a triangle. I don't know. We just couldn't figure out, like, would a triangle translate into 3D? Which one would it be? I want to say tetrahedron is the answer, now that I have access to Google. We were driving at the time, so we didn't really have a really good way of answering the question. A square becomes a cube. Triangle becomes, I guess, a tetrahedron. I don't know. Three-dimensional shapes are confusing. Anyway, it just made me think of that conversation that we had. Very nice. You completely owned white in this area. Is this alive? It definitely is now. Here. Stay connected. Stay connected. This looks really great on the left side. It looks really good for black, right? But on the right side, these little 3 stones right here have been severely damaged. Right, these 3 stones right here have been very, very damaged. You have to take both sides into account, and you'll realize that this is actually much stronger. Once you take both sides into account, this is the answer. So you lost track of the right side while attacking the left side. This is good because you want to connect up your weak groups. Very nice, very nice. Your opponent should have double attacked you. So you understood the situation better than they did. Touch Nobi, very good. Unnecessary, I want to be on the weak groups, so maybe a jump right here. This one isn't necessary to do anything. Same thing. Cut. It's thunderstorming. I'm gonna call my wife real quick and make sure that I'm thinking about telling her if she should just come home if it's about to thunderstorm. But it's like 2 hours before the end of her shift, and she's doing DoorDash. But I know I kind of want her to come home, but she's been stressed a little bit about not making her quota. But at the same time, I don't want to work her working in the thunderstorm. But it sounds like it's about to thunderstorm. 1 second. She's not thrilled. I'm telling her to come home early, and she's not thrilled about it. But I don't want her working in the thunderstorm. I'm not sure if I'm in the right or wrong in this situation, but I don't want to working in a thunderstorm. I'm really surprised you don't want to cut right here. Okay. Okay, the end game's looking nice. Nobi is Sente. Ani is Gote. Oh, oh no! Oh no! You can't do it when it's a double Atari. You can't do it when it's a double Atari. There's brownie for the husband points. Like a Titious brownie? Yeah, you gotta jump here. Oops, a chocolate biscuit. You tend to die in the corners. Well, then do corner life and death. We specifically have a category for that. Corner life and death. Specifically have a category specifically for that. Chocolate biscuit. I don't know if I would like a chocolate biscuit. I'm imagining a biscuit like that. I would usually do a biscuit and jelly. If I just did a biscuit without the jelly and put chocolate on top, I feel like they wouldn't mix well. Chocolate and bread doesn't sound good to me. Chocolate ice cream, yes. Brownies, yes. But a chocolate biscuit, I don't think I'm a fan. Crap, where are you from? What is a biscuit different to you than it is to me? As words? We might have a different definition of biscuits. Chocolate. This looks like chocolate cookies to me. This looks good. Do we have a different word for biscuit? This is what I was imagining. This is what I imagined, and this didn't sound good to me. Yeah, this is what I imagined. This didn't sound good to me. But this looks pretty delicious. Little cookie bites. That sounds good. And then this is a brownie, yeah. Brownies are also good. It was. This is what I pictured, and it didn't sound good, but everything else looks good. All right, that's probably good enough. You missed the double Atari. Oh no. Oh no. You're missing things. You're alive. Don't worry. You're alive. You gotta live. You have to live. For some reason, you're ignoring it and gonna die. Take the stuff. I don't know what is happening. I think you're freaking out. I think that's what it is. Your brain is freaking out because you got caught off guard. I think you're panicking. Yeah, I think you're panicking. I think you're not reading it accurately. Because this was a bulky 5. This had actually multiple ways to live. Yeah, it looks scary, but there's actually multiple answers. Especially here. You saw this and then it left. Like, you read this much and then left. So I think you started blitzing when you made a mistake. Because, yeah, you're connecting instead of taking. I don't know. It looks like you started blitzing because you made a mistake, and your moves look very odd now. Yeah, I don't think you're reading now. I think you're just clicking stones on the board. Yeah, you can't panic after a mistake. I don't know. I've linked you several things. I think just watch the stuff that I've linked you. It's probably good enough. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed or found it helpful. All right, let's go back to this. Yeah, 10 seconds per move is blitz. You can find certain sequences to try to gain time back, like ladders or peeps or some stuff that forces your opponent to respond to quickly gain some time back. But 10 seconds is blitz. I mean, usually you want plus 20 seconds or something. On OGS, it's... What do you mean by rapid? On OGS, it's not blitz, but that's because of a coding mistake. Fisher, 10 seconds, yeah. This is live, but that's because 10 seconds is blitz. It's just not on OGS. But like Korean pros play 10-second games and it's blitz. They think for 9 seconds out of 10 every single move, but it's still blitzing. It's still playing quickly. I think Fisher time is better. It's just a lot of Go players not used to it. Pete first, maybe? I don't know. I wouldn't have thought of that move. So I have to respond to 3? No, but then this is a fight that you're okay with. I would be okay with this fight. Everything looks okay, but you're leaving a lot of cutting points. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think you're playing better than white. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. See how long they go. See how long they go. Well, make them keep going. Make them keep going. See how long they do it. Just keep going. This is so good for black. Why would you not? Of course, keep going. If they want to give you like third line points or third line influence for 0 territory, I mean, why not? F12 is you mean E12, I guess? Oh, yeah, F12. Okay. Nah. No way, right? Yeah, no way. Okay, it's like it's not a point difference, but this is like it's like the emotional importance is punishing them. Apparently it's a knight's move. Who knew? I don't know. I feel like it deserves to be punished. Like, you have to... Sometimes people need to be punished for moral sake, even if it's not the best move. Yeah, no, white shouldn't be doing. Oh, man. This is not good. I can't believe white did that. Cut. I think cut. See, it's big. It's totally big. You're too nice. You gotta punch him in the face sometimes. Okay, now you need to be thinking double Hane. That's crazy. I think 10 minutes plus 20 seconds is fine. It's a nice game. It's still push. And then double Hane. Oh, just cut. Wow, yeah. Anyway, there's a lot. You want to bully the liberties. Well, I'm gonna agree with AI. This is actually pretty painful for white. Because what does white do? Does white let you have the Ko and get a weak group inside of all this black influence? White's probably gonna want to connect, and then you get all that. So I think I agree with the AI on this. I was thinking to bully the liberties using a double Hane, but AI is a lot more powerful. The point here is you want to bully the liberties. Yeah, you spent so many moves right here. You already had an influence. You don't need to build a second influence. I think you tunnel visioned on this because this is large and very enticing, but this wasn't that small. Because white needed to respond, otherwise you would get this. This section right here, plus this, is bigger than this. So white has to respond, which means you get this in Sente, and then you can come back and still get this. I think that's the issue, is you only looked at your stuff and you didn't see that your opponent has to respond. Because they're over-invested, I think. If black doesn't get if black doesn't get this in Sente and white takes away this, then in exchange black will get this as well. So 2 squares for 1 square is good for you. That's the theory. That is my theory. This is not good endgame, right? This is still the move. This still works because they can't cut you right here. So it still works.